Hello everyone and welcome to my making process for making a Tifa and Aerith diorama cube. This will probably be a one-off because I've never made any of these before and I don't know that I will make any more in the future, but I had purchased a couple months ago a template for a Pokemon diorama that I made for a friend, and it turned out super cute, so I thought it will probably be just as cute if I make my own version with Tifa and Aerith from the original Final Fantasy VII. So the way I went about it is grabbed a couple stills from the Cloud and Aerith first date, quote unquote date, on the playground, grabbed a screenshot of Tifa, put Tifa where Cloud was, had to redraw some of the assets, had to do a bit of coloring, grabbed a text generator as well to make my own quote over here and still make it look like it was part of the original game. And I'm gonna give it my best try. Let's see how this goes. Okay, test number 1. Let's fold this over and check that it actually fits the cube that I've got. You could fold this by hand, by the way, but I find it neater and easier if I first score the lines with a little needle. Not pushing too hard. I've printed this on photo paper, by the way, because it gives this nice sheen, and it makes it a bit sturdy when you're putting everything together. I say that like I'm an expert, but this was basically the recommendations I got when I was looking into making that Pokemon diorama. So far, so good. I think it fits. Let's not try and damage it. Yeah, beautiful. Slightly too small, maybe. I can live with that. Next up, I need to cut all these different elements. I've left some dirt patches under some of them because I'm planning to make cuts into the original, into the ground there, and to sort of stick them through, so that because some of them need to have a little bit of a curving effect, yeah, they might stick out a bit of the ground, so rather than it looking like it would hover, I wanted to leave a bit of ground, and I've marked, hopefully you can see that maybe, I've marked little lines where I want to make the cuts to basically dig in the asset into the ground. I'm not sure if it will work. This is an experiment. Next up, I need to cut the little lines here that you might be able to see, maybe the black lines there, to make room for the assets to stick them through them. I want to make them as clean as possible because cutting this paper makes a few little flakes and can get white little ridges coming out if you're not careful. But also, I want to make the spaces a bit wide because when I made a test of this earlier, when it was too thin, the assets, the bits that are supposed to stick into them, didn't really stand up straight. They were sort of dipping backwards. So I think the way to fix that is to just make the hole bigger. This one's giving me a hard time for some reason. Come on. Okay. Little test. Yeah, look at that. Beautiful. Okay, so I'd recorded a whole thing of me testing all of the various parts and how they would fit onto the base, and then there was an issue with my audio. So just in case I can't clean up the audio and show you that bit, I'm going to explain very quickly. I've tried fitting all the things into the slits that I made for them. Had to edit some of them. I had to cut them down even, or like cut some extra details out of the piece, like the slide and the stairs, to make it fit better, make it stand upright. And now I think I've got it where I like it, and I just need to glue all the various bits onto each other, and then we'll actually glue them onto the base, and then I think we'll be done. Okay, now that everything is pretty much dry, let's glue them on the base. I don't know if you can tell on the video because it's very slight, but I did add some light grayish lines to let me know more or less where to add the things that stick on the ground. Oh, not too much, not too much. Yeah, about here. Do I want to work my way from the back? Yeah, probably. Oh, that means I probably shouldn't have started by the fire hydrant. But that's okay. Why are you falling down? Why? It was sticking up before. The hell happened? No. Okay. Let's glue you. Gluing left-handed, even though I'm right-handed. That's a lovely idea. It's not tilting back. I think I can leave the tank as it is. I think that's fine. We can now move on to the house at the back. Let's super glue that one as well, actually. Just to give it a bit more of a solid base to lean against. Am I being a bit impatient? Maybe. Who's to say? Now, I've already glued Iris and Tifa on top. By the way, I cheated them a little bit to make them a bit bigger and sit more at the top of the slide, because I wanted them to stand out a bit more. And I didn't want them to be so tiny that you didn't notice them, because they are supposed to be like the main characters of this piece. Easy does it. Easy does it. It's not as straight as I would like, but it's definitely better than the tests I've done before. I do want to glue that down if I can. Let's try with a bit of clear glue instead, and I'll just hold it down for a little bit. Alright, I'm just gonna stay like this forever. We have sticking. Finally! Okay. And just hold. I am gonna super glue that one just because it looks like it could wobble, but it doesn't need much. And we're done. For my first try ever, I think it doesn't end up too bad. Look at this. I've now left it to dry overnight. It's looking all steady and fine. Now all that's left to do is put it in the picture box. Picture cube, photo cube. Tested the base before, so it should be okay. Lovely. And there you have it, there's my finished diorama. I'm quite pleased with this. There's a few details I would have liked to fix, which I won't point out because I'm told that's not a good thing to do when you've made something. But yeah, overall, I think it turned out really cute. I'm happy to have my two best girls on a pretend date if this were any other universe. Like I said, I'm probably not gonna do this again. This was just for me, just to make me happy and make a little scene of my two favorite characters from that game. Thank you very much for watching, give it a like, and I'll see you on the next one.